All right, good morning, class. We're going to do a little bit of a math talk quick this morning. We're going to talk about strategies that we use for counting objects. We've actually learned a couple different strategies, a couple different ways of counting things in class together. So I want you first to look at this train of cubes that I have up on the screen. Can you take a second and figure out how many cubes are up there? Good. Now let's think about the strategy you might have used. You could have just counted them with your finger, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can use your finger to follow along with each cube on the train and count how many they are individually. This is counting by ones, and this is just counting the number of cubes that you see on this screen. But we also learned another strategy, and this was counting on. One of the games we played often in school from the beginning of the year was a game where we were able to figure out how many objects we were seeing, how many were on the screen very quickly just by looking at them. Do you remember that finger game we would play together in the hallway? I might hold up this many fingers and you would look at that and tell me right away, oh, that's 3. And we would play it with each other. Well, some of you might have looked at this train of cubes and seen that those red ones, that there were 3 of them. You might go, oh, that's 3. Well, how do we figure out how many are left? How do we figure out how many are on this whole train with the yellow ones? If we can look right away and see that there are 3 cubes there, well, we can start at 3 and just keep counting. We can count on from 3. It would look like this. We would go 3, 4, 5, right? And we'd find out that there were 5 cubes. We would start with the number that we know and can see easily. We know there's 3. We can see there's 3 red cubes. So 3, 4, 5. There are 5 cubes altogether. Let's try this again together to practice. Here's another train of cubes. You can look at it and figure out how many there are. Maybe you looked at that train of cubes and you said, oh, there's 3. Maybe you looked at that train of cubes and you counted them with your finger. 1, 2, 3. Or maybe you looked at this train of cubes and you used the counting on strategy. You saw that there were 2 purple ones, right? And so you counted on 2, 3, 3 cubes. Let's try this again and practice our counting on strategy again. Here's another train. This one's bigger. How many cubes are in this train? Pick a strategy and figure out how many cubes are in this train. You might count them each individually. You might use the counting on strategy. Good. Let's practice it together. I can count by ones with my finger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Great job. Or I can count on. I see that there are 4 green squares. So 4, 5, 6. I'm just counting on from there. Maybe you did it backwards. Maybe you looked at the yellow ones and you said, oh, there's 2 yellow ones, so I can go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Whatever strategy works the best for you, keep using that one to count how many objects there are. Maybe you can practice today on your own with Legos or blocks